It wasn't easy. Kim Yoo Jung admits all. Imagine a world where the glittering facade of fame conceals a labyrinth of calculated betrayals and unspoken vendettas, where one woman's ascent to the pinnacle of stardom leaves a trail of broken souls in her wake. Could you ever truly escape the shadows you've cast? In the shadowy underbelly of Korea's entertainment industry, Dear X emerges as a riveting thriller that promises to peel back the layers of illusion, drawing viewers into a narrative so intoxicatingly dark, it lingers like a whispered secret long after the credits roll. Adapted from the acclaimed webtoon by Ban Ji Woon, this 12-episode series, set to unleash its first 4 installments on November 6, 2025, via TVING and HBO Max, reimagines the tale of Baek Ah Jin, a character whose ruthless ambition feels both chillingly alien and eerily familiar in our own cutthroat pursuits of success. There's something profoundly unsettling about her journey, a reminder that behind every spotlight hero might lurk a villain forged in the fires of survival. And as the premiere date approaches, one can't shake the electric anticipation of witnessing this moral tightrope walk unfold. At the heart of Dear X beats the story of Baek Ah Jin, portrayed with mesmerizing intensity by Kim Yoo Jung, a woman who claws her way from the abyss of childhood trauma, marked by the scars of domestic violence, to become Korea's reigning actress, her beauty a weapon sharper than any script. In the webtoon, which captivated readers from 2019 to 2020 on platforms like Naver Webtoon, Ah Jin's life is a meticulously orchestrated symphony of manipulation. She discerns the hidden desires of those around her, twisting them like threads in a noose to propel herself upward, all while concealing a vulnerability that peeks through in rare, haunting moments of solitude. It's a character that demands not just skill, but a fearless dive into the psyche. And watching Yoo Jung embody this duality stirs a peculiar empathy. How does one reconcile admiration for her cunning with revulsion at her cruelty? The webtoon's 4-part structure, delving into her downfall and the dual faces she wears, mirrors real-life scandals in the industry, evoking echoes of infamous K-entertainment feuds where alliances shatter overnight, leaving us to ponder if true redemption is ever possible in a realm built on facades. Flanking Ah Jin are 2 men whose devotion borders on the obsessive, each willing to plumb the depths of hell to pull her from the brink she herself has engineered. Yoon Jun-so, brought to life by Kim Young-dae, is the brooding architect of her empire, a figure whose loyalty manifests in acts of quiet sabotage and fierce protection, his love a flame that burns without consuming. Until it does. Then there's Kim Jae-oh, played by the enigmatic Kim Do-hoon, whose path to salvation for Ah Jin weaves through moral ambiguity, his resolve as unyielding as it is tragic. In the source material, these X's, the anonymous saviors scarred by her ambition, form a twisted trinity, their backstories intertwined with Ah Jin's in flashbacks that reveal how her manipulations ensnared them irrevocably. It's this dynamic that infuses the drama with a pulse-pounding tension. Their willingness to descend into darkness for her sake feels like a modern myth, a cautionary tale on codependency that hits harder in an era of viral cancel cultures and fleeting alliances, leaving me with a lingering ache for the humanity they all forfeit in the name of one woman's crown. Yet, even before a single frame airs, Dear X has navigated storms that test the very themes it explores: deception and fallout. In a twist that irony would applaud, the production team faced backlash in early September 2025 over promotional posters eerily reminiscent of those for the Chinese film Suspect X's Dedication, an adaptation of Keigo Higashino's novel that shares thematic veins of hidden sins and elaborate cover-ups. Netizens dissected the similarities with forensic zeal, from color palettes evoking isolation to compositional echoes of solitary figures against vast backdrops, igniting debates on creative theft in an industry already rife with remakes and homages. The swift response, an official apology acknowledging the oversight, coupled with the immediate withdrawal of the offending images, spoke volumes about accountability. A rare grace note in K-drama production mishaps that often fester into full-blown boycotts. Reflecting on this, it's almost poetic how a story about fabricated realities stumbled into one of its own. It humanizes the machine behind the magic, reminding us that even titans of television are not immune to the pitfalls they dramatize, and in turn, heightens the intrigue for a series unafraid to confront its own imperfections. Amid the pre-release turbulence, whispers of romance added a layer of tabloid spice as rumors swirled in late September that Yoo Jung and co-star Kim Do-hoon had jetted off to the sun-kissed shores of Nha Trang, Vietnam for a clandestine getaway. Photos capturing the pair at the airport, all casual smiles and shared glances, ignited speculation across online forums, with fans dissecting every pixel for signs of sparks flying off-script. The agencies moved with the precision of a well-rehearsed scene, denying any romantic entanglements and clarifying that the trip was a casual group excursion among friends, far removed from any Dear Ex production schedule. At the recent press conference, Yoo Jung herself disarmed the room with laughter, recounting how the cast erupted into 3 full minutes of hysterics upon hearing the buzz, a moment that paints them not as distant idols, but as relatable peers navigating the absurdity of fame's magnifying glass. She framed the chatter positively, as a barometer of genuine curiosity that could propel the drama's visibility. And there's wisdom in that optimism. In a landscape where scandals sink ships, such levity turns potential poison into promotional gold, evoking a warm fondness for these artists who choose grace over grudge. Yoo Jung's preparation for Baek Ah Jin reveals a performer at the zenith of her craft, one whose immersion borders on the transformative, turning the set into a personal crucible of emotional alchemy. Drawing deeply from the webtoon, she internalized the character's essence not as a daunting Everest, but as an intimate conversation, avoiding the trap of overthinking to preserve the raw flow of discovery. On location, her method veered toward the visceral, shunning monitor reviews to stay locked in the moment, channeling Ah Jin's turmoil through the subtle symphony of her eyes, those windows that betray the mask, flickering with unspoken pleas amid calculated smiles. It's a technique that whispers of vulnerability, a deliberate choice to let the audience bridge the gap, feeling the undercurrents of rage and regret she dares not voice. Yet, in interviews, Yoo Jung is quick to delineate the fiction from her truth. Ah Jin's predatory instincts are worlds apart from her own gentle demeanor, a boundary she guards fiercely to emerge unscathed. This dedication stirs admiration laced with concern. How taxing must it be to inhabit such shadows, only to step back into the light? Her approach echoes the webtoon's fidelity, where every panel pulses with psychological depth, and one senses that viewers, attuned to her post-My Demon glow, will savor these nuances like forbidden fruit, unearthing layers that reward rewatches and fan theories alike. Speaking of My Demon, the 2023 fantasy romance that paired Yoo Jung with Song Kang in a whirlwind of demonic pacts and destined loves, her return to the screen after that triumph carries the weight of sky-high expectations, a phoenix rising from rom-com embers into thriller inferno. As the demon-taming heiress Doo Hee, she blended ethereal charm with steely resolve, earning accolades for a chemistry that crackled like hellfire and viewership peaks that solidified her as K-drama royalty. Child stardom had already etched her name in stone, from the poignant innocence of Moon Embracing the Sun in 2012, where at just 12 she captivated as the young Hyung-soo, to the fiery adolescence of Angry Mom and the breezy allure of Backstreet Rookie. Yoo Jung's trajectory is a masterclass in reinvention, each role a stepping stone from wide-eyed wonder to worldly depth. Awards have piled like laurels. Best Actress nods at the Baeksang Arts Awards, Rising Star honors at the Blue Dragon Film Awards, all underscoring a versatility that Dear X now tests against her darkest canvas yet. Fans buzz with a mix of thrill and trepidation. After the wholesome heart flutters of her recent hits, this villainous pivot feels like a bold manifesto, challenging us to root for the unrepentant while grappling with our own complicities in idolizing the untouchable. It's exhilarating, this evolution. Proof that true artistry thrives on risk, leaving us breathless for the applause she so richly deserves. Conversely, the shadow over Yoon Jun-so's portrayal looms large with Kim Young-dae's involvement, a casting that has sparked fervent discourse on whether his star power can illuminate the role's emotional chasms. Since catapulting to prominence as the scheming Joo Suk-hoon in The Penthouse, War in Life, that 2020-2021 saga of penthouse perfidy, where his icy charisma masked a vulnerability that hooked millions, Young-dae has strung together lead after lead, a testament to agency clout and undeniable visual magnetism. From the time-bending tenderness of The Forbidden Marriage in 2022, where he wooed audiences as the scholarly Prince Lee-hun opposite Kim Ji-woon, to the behind-the-scenes banter of Shooting Stars that same year, earning him Best Acting Performance at the Asia Artist Awards, his resume gleams with opportunity. Yet, critiques have shadowed these strides, particularly in his more recent endeavors. Marriage Out of Loss, the 2024 rom-com with Shin Min-ah, drew flack for a palpable chemistry deficit, his youthful features clashing against her seasoned poise in scenes demanding mature gravitas, while his dialogue delivery often veered toward the monotone, diluting the spark. Then came To the Moon, wrapping on October 31, 2025, where as the aspiring singer-CEO Ban Ji Woon, he navigated a narrative of unrequited dreams alongside Lee Sun-bin's indomitable Jung Da-hae, a tale of resilience amid corporate grind that, despite a solid script, languished in low ratings, partly pinned on his stiff expressions that failed to thaw into the heartbreak required. These patterns, a perceived maturity gap exacerbated by his boyish allure, facial rigidity that stifles nuance, and a vocal cadence lacking inflection, have fueled doubts, with online forums dissecting clips like evidence in a trial, lamenting how his roles demand depths he hasn't yet plumbed. In To the Moon, Ji-woo's arc from boardroom tyrant to stage-struck dreamer mirrored Da-hae's own ascent from hardship, her unyielding positivity a beacon against his internal storms. Yet the on-screen rapport fizzled, echoing the marriage misfires where contrived contracts couldn't forge authentic bonds. It's a frustration tinged with hope. Young-dae's persistence, back-to-back leads like the upcoming Perfect Family, and now Dear X, signals industry faith in his potential, perhaps honed from modeling days where poise trumped pathos. One feels a pang of protectiveness here, rooting for the underdog in a pairing that pits his raw promise against Yoo Jung's polished prowess. If he channels Jun-so's hellbound fervor with even a fraction of penthouse menace, it could silence skeptics, transforming critique into conversion and proving that growth, like the drama's obsessions, often blooms in the unlikeliest soils. Director Lee Young-bok, helming this webtoon-to-screen metamorphosis, brings a pedigree of psychological precision, from the labyrinthine loves of Goblin to the vengeful pulses of The Glory, ensuring Dear X doesn't merely adapt but amplifies, with cinematography that cloaks Seoul's neon veins in noirish dread and a score that thrums like a suppressed heartbeat. The press conference brimmed with such synergy. Young-dae marveled at Yoo Jung's possessed immersion, joking about the dating rumors with a feigned pout, real or fake, while Do-hoon's quiet intensity hinted at Jo.'s brooding loyalty. Lee Yoo-yum rounds out the ensemble as a foil whose own ambitions collide with Ah Jin's, adding ripples of rivalry that the webtoon savored in its ensemble betrayals. As premiere nears, the buzz, fueled by teaser trailers dripping with ominous glamour and stills capturing Yoo Jung's gaze like daggers, feels like a collective held breath. Public fascination with off-screen ripples, from plagiarism mea culpas to rumor quells, only amplifies the promotional hum, turning potential pitfalls into narrative hooks that mirror the plot's own deceptions. In essence, Dear X stands as a mirror to the industry's own vanities, where Yoo Jung's triumphant return kindles unbridled excitement. Her evolution from demon bride to manipulative maven, a siren call for devotees who've traced her steps since child queen days. Yet, Young Dae's track record tempers the euphoria. His consistent spotlight's a double-edged sword that invites scrutiny, even as it spotlights promise. Do-hoon, with his understated menace from roles in The Tale of Nokdu and My Roommate is a Gumiho, injects equilibrium. His J.O., a counterpoint of shadowed devotion that could elevate the trio's alchemy. The webtoon's legacy, its unflinching probe of obsession's toll, where Ah Jin's masks crack under the weight of those she breaks, finds fresh breath in this adaptation. Faithful yet expanded with subplots that delve into the men's fractured pasts, perhaps drawing from real K-celeb memoirs of exploitation and escape. One can't help but feel a thrill laced with unease. In championing Ah Jin's ascent, do we excuse the wreckage, or does the series indict us all for our voyeuristic glee? As episodes drop, expect discourse to ignite. Will Yoo Jung's ocular odyssey pierce the soul? Her hopes for emotional resonance realized in fan dissections that peel back the thriller's veil? Young Dae's enigma persists, a question mark begging bold strokes, while the plagiarism echo fades into lore, a footnote in a saga scripted for redemption. Rumors, quelled with humor, underscore the cast's camaraderie, a behind-the-curtain warmth that endears amid the chill. Dear X isn't just entertainment. It's an invitation to confront the X's in our lives, the unseen architects of our rises. And in that confrontation lies its seductive power, a drama that doesn't just entertain but ensnares, leaving us forever altered, forever curious about the letters we dare not send. Delving deeper into the webtoon's DNA, Ban Ji Woon's opus unfolds across serialized chapters that blend manhwa artistry with novelistic introspection. Each installment a descent into Ah Jin's psyche, where panels fracture like shattered glass, to reveal fragmented memories of abuse, her survival toolkit forged in silence and scrutiny. Readers raved about the pacing, a slow burn ignition that erupts into cataclysmic reveals, mirroring the drama's binge-friendly premiere, where those initial 4 hours could hook or haunt. Supplementary threads in the original explore the entertainment world's undercurrents. Predatory managers, fabricated scandals, the dopamine rush of viral fame. All resonant with 2025's TikTok-fueled idol economies where one misstep spells oblivion. It's this verisimilitude that amplifies the thrill. As Ah Jin schmoozes at galas, her smiles laced with venom, we glimpse parodies of actual A-listers, stirring a guilty chuckle at how art imitates the absurd. Yoo Jung's career arc, post My Demon, brims with such parallels. Her Dodo Hee, a beacon of quirky defiance against supernatural odds, now yielding to Ah Jin's predatory grace. A shift that directors like Lee Ong-bok praise as possessed, her line deliveries slicing through rehearsals like whispered threats. Offset, she unwinds with indie reads and coastal hikes, grounding the intensity. It's this balance that fuels her plea for audiences to feel the subtlety. A directorial nod to the webtoon's eye-centric storytelling, where expressions eclipse exposition. Expectations soar not just from metrics. My Demon averaged 4.5% nationwide, a modest hit ballooned by global streams, but from her Baek pedigree, where Young Artist Awards evolved into full-fledged acclaim, positioning Dear X as a litmus for her leading lady longevity. Young Dae's odyssey, from Extraordinary You's meta high school heartthrob Haru a 2019 breakout that netted him newcomer nods. To Penthouse's operatic villainy charts a meteoric yet mined path. Shooting stars let him flex comedic chops as Agent Gong Tae-sung, bantering amid Fashion Week frenzy. A palate cleanser before Forbidden Marriage's Joseon romps, where his princely poise charmed despite script stumbles. But Marriage Out of Loss exposed fissures. As the contract groomed to Min Ah's savvy schemer, his stiffness in tender beats clashed with her vivacity, ratings dipping below 3% amid murmurs of miscasting. To the Moon, with its moonlit motifs of aspiration, fared no better. Ji-woo's vocal pursuits, shadowed by Dahae's grit, demanded vulnerability he approximated but rarely ignited. Critics noting how his features, perpetually 20-something, undercut the CEO's world weariness. Still, endorsements from Lotte and Shinhan Bank affirm his marketability, a buffer against thespian jabs, and in Dear X, Jun So's infernal oath could be his crucible, channeling penthouse edge into emotional expanse. Do-hoon, the third pillar, brings ballast with a resume of quiet storms. The cross-dressing rebel in The Tale of Nokdu, the spectral suitor in My Roommate is a Gumiho, roles that honed his subtlety, ideal for J.O.'s labyrinthine loyalty. Their press synergy, shared laughs over rumors, mutual awe at Yoo Jung's depth, hints at organic chemistry, a boon for a tale where trust is the ultimate casualty. Production whispers tease extended cuts for international feeds, with HBO Max's global push amplifying reach, potentially rivaling Squid Game's cultural quake. As November 6 dawns, Dear X beckons not as mere diversion, but as a scalpel to the soul of ambition. Its controversies mere prologues to a narrative that, in its unflinching gaze, might just redefine redemption for us all. What secrets will Ah Jin's eyes betray first? Only the premiere knows, and in that unknown lies the exquisite torment of anticipation. To flesh out the atmospheric dread, consider the sets. Recreated studios pulsing with paparazzi flashes, opulent penthouses echoing Ah Jin's hollow victories, and shadowed alleys where packs are sealed in murmurs. Locations scouted from Seoul's Gangnam glitz to Jeju's misty retreats, infusing authenticity that the webtoon only sketched. Sound design, too, elevates. A haunting cello motif for Junso's descents, percussive stabs for Ah Jin's machinations, crafted by composer Moog, whose Vincenzo scores set benchmarks for thriller tension. Cast chemistry tests reveal Do-hoon's improvisational flair lightening table reads, while Youngdae's dedication, hours in vocal coaching to soften his timbre, signals commitment amid doubts, a microcosm of the plot's redemptive arcs. Yoo Jung's immersion extends to wardrobe. Ah Jin's evolution from tattered rags to crimson gowns, symbolizing bloodied triumphs. Each piece sourced from emerging designers to underscore the character's exploitative rise. Post-filming, she advocates for mental health pauses, a nod to the role's toll, aligning with industry shifts post-burning the stage reckonings. Fans, mobilized on Weverse and Twitter, craft theories linking webtoon Easter eggs to foreshadowed twists, their fervor a digital echo of Ah Jin's manipulative webs. In this pre-air ether, Dear X transcends trope. It's a meditation on masks we all wear, from boardrooms to bedrooms, inviting reflection on our own X's, the unsung who enable our climbs. As the clock ticks to November 6, the curiosity coils tighter. Will it soar on Yoo Jung's wings or stumble on Youngdae's untested stride? Either way, it's a gamble worth every heartbeat, a drama that dares us to love the monster within. Expanding on the webtoon's cultural ripple, Ban Ji Woon drew from anonymized industry leaks, tales of starlets bartered like currency, executives puppeteering narratives, infusing Dear X with a verite edge that K-dramas like the producers flirted with but rarely gutted. The adaptation honors this by amplifying minority voices. Ah Jin's backstory nods to generational trauma in chaebol families, while Junso's arc touches on mental health taboos, Jeo's on immigrant undercurrents in Korea's homogeneous sheen. Such layers promise discourse beyond ratings, perhaps sparking panels at Busan Film Fest 2026, where Dear X could vie for nods alongside genre kin like Beyond Evil. Younghae's defenders highlight growth metrics, from extraordinary Yoo's 7% opener to Shooting Star's steady 4%, his draw sustains despite critiques. Buoyed by a fan base that adores his off-screen humility, volunteering at shelters, endorsing eco-causes. In To the Moon, behind-the-scenes vlogs showed him mentoring rookies like Jo Aram, whose Dahae camaraderie hinted at untapped rapport, a silver lining amid the slump. For Dear X, script tweaks reportedly tailor Junso's monologues to his strengths, favoring action over aria, a strategic pivot that could alchemize weakness into weapon. The dating rumor Ripple, far from derailing, democratized buzz. Memes of Yoo Jung's laugh fest trended globally, drawing in casuals wary of thrillers, much like crash landing on Yoo's romp's masked geopolitical bite. Doohoon's denial, laced with wry affection for his senior, underscored platonic bonds forged in long shoots, a heartening counter to industry isolation tales. As HBO Max's algorithm tees up trailers, Ah Jin's silhouette against stormy skies, eyes gleaming with unspoken sins, the stage sets for a phenomenon, one where verified fidelity to source meets verified star power, crafting a tapestry as intricate as the lies it unravels. Ultimately, Dear X encapsulates the exquisite agony of anticipation. Its key players, flawed, fervent, fearless, mirroring our own quests for meaning amid chaos. Yoo Jung's beacon dims the doubts, Youngdae's enigma adds edge, and together, they beckon us into a realm where curiosity kills not the cat, but complacency, leaving us richer for the plunge.